Good morning, beautiful people. It is your game day build-up show on the local pundit. Thanks for joining me this morning. Right now, it's just me. I think Patty's going to try to hop in here in just a little bit, but yeah. So I'm going to need your help. I need some participation in the comments. Hop in, have your say. Let us know what you think. Let's see who's in here. We got Reliable Express Morning All. Yes. Maria from SoCal. Hi, Maria. How you doing? Or Marie, sorry. Um, Lexi, always in the chat. Good to see you, Lexi. Chicky Brewer, legend. How we doing? Um, Esteban. Good morning, TLP fam. What's up, Esteban? Andrew C. What's going on? See. Truth. Ruth. Sorry. 111. I'm sorry. It's early. I can't read correctly. You guys gonna have to bear with me. uh, Jonathan's on. How we doing? Yes, I think I got everybody. Uh, Thanks for coming in this morning. Here we go. Ted Nelson's in. Sean BCFC, what's up, buddy? Charlton game was stopped due to a medical incident in the stands. Oh no, yeah, we had something like that. We had an issue like that last season. Um, which game was it? It was Wickham. I think it was down at Wickham. We had one of our fans had a medical incident, and they stopped the game for like 45 minutes. So prayers out to everybody. Hope everybody comes out okay out of that. Uh, good morning, everybody. Habs, good morning, buddy. Let's see. All right, we got Tommy in here. Good morning. All right. Okay. Nick Donnellan. Nick Donnellan's on strike. Why are we striking? What are we striking for? Are you striking the local pundit? What are we doing? Who is this guy? Who let this guy in the chat? Never heard of him. Josh Anthony. What's up, buddy? Let's see. We got Patrick. What's up, buddy? Oh my, what? Hold on. Lexi says, "Oh my God, Aaron, you scared the bejesus out of me. I'm home alone in the kitchen, and I just heard." sorry, sorry, I'm loud. I got a little loud with it, I guess. Oh shoot! Yes, here we go. Ted Nelson, smash the likes. Everybody like, subscribe, all the good stuff. We're on our way to. I think Josh said the other day 50 or 5,001. I'm saying 50,001. If you know, you know. We're after it. We're going. Um, okay, let's see. Gotcha. Oh, I see. Here we go. You said you needed participation, but the joke got read too much later to make sense. I gotcha. Okay, my bad. He's striking, so he's not participating. Fair enough. Gotcha. All right. Well, I guess let's get into these team sheets. And I wasn't far off on the other day. I think I only missed two for them and one for us. So let me throw this up. So here we go. And we've got for us Arthur Okonkwo in goal, Don Hyam, Dan Scarr, Max Kluwerth, which is the three that I kind of predicted. I knew we had a little chat about, you know, could Doyle possibly come in and maybe Scarr slide out, but I thought he'd stick with Scarr. And then the two wingbacks, McLean, which we figured, right now that's kind of almost the only option you have, unless you want to play a long one over there. And then the surprise for me was he's starting Barney today, which would be interesting. So he must feel like Barney gives us something against Preston that maybe Longman doesn't, or maybe he just felt it was a good matchup for Barney. He'll be up against Thierry Small, but we'll get on to Preston here in a minute. Midfield, kind of what oh wait, no, I screwed up. I think it was Thomason instead of Brian. I haven't switched that one yet. Sorry about that. This that was after I forgot that we played with that. Yeah, so Thomason and Dobson and Sheaf are the three in midfield, which was kind of what I thought was going to happen. Now I'm double checking myself, make sure I didn't screw that up. And then Moore Broadhead up top, which isn't a surprise. So let's see your comments. What do you guys think about it? What do you think about the starting lineup? Habs doesn't think it looks like a start. I think it does. I think it's the lineup we've kind of been going with. If you look at the games last week, I think this was the I think he started with this lineup. Other than Barney, I think he started with this lineup twice last week. The same midfield, Dabo and Thomason. So yeah, I don't mind I don't mind it. So any other team? Who else got to take? Habs doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Doesn't look like a strong lineup. He says. All right. Hey, here we go. Patty, great interview with Baz. Yes, Patty will be joining me here soon. Was a great interview with Baz. Fantastic stuff. Really liked it. Share that. Get that out there. Let people see it. Let's see. Nick Donnellan. I worry about not having Longman on the right, but everything else is good to me. Fair enough. I think it's interesting that he's got Barney in. Here's a good take. Parky said in an interview that Preston aren't the best at clearing cross balls, so I'm assuming that's why Barney's in, and that would make a lot of sense. If they're struggling with crosses, we know that Barney can definitely deliver a cross. So maybe he'll maybe it'll be a little more. We'll try to get after him a little bit. Won't be just sitting back looking to defend, which is a little surprising. I thought we'd probably sit back a little bit, but that's it makes sense. Good take. What else we got? Max will need a strong day with Barnett on that wing. Yeah, I see. I think I agree, and I think that's why we've had Barney not starting is because his defensive work isn't the greatest. So yeah, Max will get a workout, and Dobson too. I think what we'll see is Thomason. The way he's been helping McLean on the left, I think you're going to get some of that out of Dobson on the right now. Davo is going to have to step up and help a little bit defensively out wide. Let's see. Patrick, why is Doyle just getting splinters? It's a good question. I mean, I think the red card, I think part of it, there was probably a little disciplinary stuff there. Obviously, he was suspended. But then beyond that, I think Parkey wanted to say, hey, you got to keep your head when you're in the game. You can't be putting, because that was just, let's be honest, that was a poor challenge when he got that red card. So I think that's definitely setting back a little bit. And to be honest, he hasn't been the best defensively. He's fantastic with the ball at his feet going forward, but defensively hasn't been the greatest this season. And so I think he likes the solidity of having Scarr and Hyam back there. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how it works out. But yeah, I think Barney going forward, getting some crosses in makes a lot of sense to me. Patty,
Hello.
look at him. He's dressed up. Coming looking good today. He's not messing around. What's up, buddy?
Good. Look at my hair. Look.
Oh, look at him. Dang. Patty comes in for real today.
I can show off when I want to,
Oh, shoot. I love it. That's awesome, buddy. So what's going on? How you doing?
Good. Interesting lineup.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
I heard you just talking about Barney on the right. If he has picked out Preston as having difficulty clearing crosses, absolutely. This is the chance to give Barney his shot. I do agree with defensive duties, that it may not be the perfect solution. Nobody kind of is, but this is the best we got.
Yeah.
So nobody can blame Parky for going defensive and playing not to lose.
Yeah.
In my mind, this is the best, or certainly one of the best attacking setups we have. Yeah. And putting Barney in is risking some defensive duties to do it.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So he's going for this. He wants to win here.
Mm-hmm.
And if we need some more attacking, then that's when Doyle will go.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I was just gonna say, I think if you wanted to go a little more attacking, you probably play Doyle in the back, and bring him on, and just because I'll tell you, the other day he really drove us. For once he came in, he was driving us forward, man. I mean, his passing going forward was fantastic. But if you want a little bit of solidity at the back, I think it makes sense playing Scarr. Scar's been really good. So,
Yeah, this is
yeah,
not an all-out attack
no,
situation,
for sure.
but it's if we're losing come the last 30 minutes, he'll do the same. He'll put on attack, and hope to nick the draw, or even better, nick
Or
the win.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could see a similar changes what we saw last week, where he brought in Windass. Maybe we go to the box midfield. He brings in Windass, pulls off one of the midfielders, and then makes that change, makes the Doyle change if he feels he needs to, and we can really get after him.
Yeah.
And then you got Longman to come on at some point, which I would assume is probably going to be a Macca sub. Probably.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one to see how well Barney does. To be honest, I could see Parky pulling Barney off early if he's not doing well. So we can say Barney is unproven in the championship yet. So I can see the scenario where Barney falls apart, doesn't do the job, and gets hooked for Longman. But I do agree in general, if everything works, yeah, it'll probably be coming on for Macca. And with the issues we have, I don't mind giving Longman a break. Now, we've had a full week. We haven't had a midweek match. So maybe this isn't the perfect time to give him a break. Or you could argue the extra in that, well, he's had a full week, give him even more. Give him a real break.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see. But the problem is Longman has to cover for both sides, not just one.
Yeah, right.
Which means we can't use him too much.
Yeah.
So he's almost guaranteed to come on today, but he's covering both sides. So we'll see who needs to come off.
Right. Yeah. Somebody posted it. Had made a comment earlier. I'd have to go back and find it. I think that he played like 90 minutes in the last 5 games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense to give him some break. Give him a break. Ted with a comment here. Maybe Barnett has worked on his variety of just going directly at a defender, cutting to the inline and crossing. Easy to defend. Maybe he will mix it up a bit, and have been working on that this week. I also would say maybe he looks at it as Thierry Small is not exactly a great defender either, and that's the matchup. So maybe he feels like that's somebody that Barney could beat. And so that's a possibility. Right.
That was going to be my point. Is in this scenario, we don't need Barney to change if he can do what he's good at. If he can get that half a pace, and if he can get that ball crossed in like he normally does, then that's what we need from him. But we have wondered if he can do it at this level. So once again, if Parky has picked that this is the right match for the right defender, for the right team to be crossing balls in, then that's perfect. So I think it's more likely that we'll actually see more of the same from Barney, but we're hoping it works, rather than we're going to expect a brand new Barney that is championship level ready. Now, I'm happy if that happens. If Barney has been working on, keeping up with Kabore and trying different things and getting a bit faster and quicker and finding other ways to get around defense, perfect. I have no problem if Barney wants to force his way into the team. And right now is a good time to push yourself into the team and say, you know what? Kabore is out. He's not back till January. You can rely on me, coach. I'm good enough for championship. And worst case, what this will do is if he can get himself more match time, it means in January, he might be going to a lower level championship team instead of a League One team.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see what else we got here. Here we go. Parky will bring O'Brien and Windass for a higher attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got those. You got some.
If,
You do
if
have some
needed.
attacking
Yeah.
options on the bench, so we can really go for it if we feel like we need to. Let's see.
Did you notice I'm getting trolled in the chat a little bit?
Yeah, you've got all kinds of
Andrew and Had.
Oh, where's it at? Where? Oh,
They want the rant. They want the rant.
There you go.
We should not be wearing red when we're away. End of. That's it. That's my opinion.
Notice.
Like it or love it, that's up to you. You can have your opinion. I do not like us wearing home red when we're away.
Shoot.
We have away colors for a reason. Wear them.
See, that's the only reason you actually came on, isn't it? You just came on to have your rant about the red jerseys.
Because Ken's in bed and didn't get up.
I know. Poor Ken. It is early. I don't know exactly what time it is in Australia, or where he's at, but I know it's early. It is early. He struggles every once in a while. I popped in and it was like 3 minutes before the time it was supposed to go, and there was no kid. And I was like, "Uh-oh, uh-oh."
But in fairness, with the injuries we have and with the players that are missing, this team today is not very much different than standard. Not really. Thomason is in, okay, that's a little rotation. Dobson is back in, and James is out. But where he's rotating players is where you would expect potential rotation. And then the other changes are obviously just injuries. Yeah. So it's fairly straightforward. There's nothing particularly unconventional. We have been waiting for Barney to get a start. And, nobody has been particularly calling for it because we've had to catch it. Kabori. But since Kabori has been gone, for me, it was a matter of time before Barney was going to get a shot. Yeah. And it was just at what point is Longman going to get a break?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think this is probably his preferred lineup. Right? I mean, right now, I think this was the starting lineup against Bristol, which was a really good performance. And I think it was more or less, I mean, obviously other than Barney, more or less, though, I think it was the same 11 against Ipswich, too. So I think he likes this group. I think he likes this midfield three with Thomason in there. I know it seems odd leaving O'Brien out, but I don't think he suits the 8 role as well as he does when we play the box midfield and he plays the 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like when he plays in a midfield 3, he doesn't do as well. So it's interesting. I think I don't know. I think he just felt like he wanted to go with the 3, and I think he just likes Thompson and Dobson, as the 2 forward playing midfielders. And then I think Sheaf. I mean, he's fantastic at the back.
Sheaf in the middle is fairly solid. It will be an interesting one today. We have seen Thomason working with McLean and kind of assisting in his defensive duties to make sure that if somebody gets past him, then Thomason is in there to put in another level, another defense. And what will be interesting on the right-hand side is how Dobson and Barnett work together. That is something to watch today, because you have Clewert, Dobson, and Barney. How do they work as a threesome? Is Barney gone and just in attack mode? Which is fine if we're winning. You know, if we go attack mode and get an early goal, that completely changes things. But if we spend the whole match at draw, and we're waiting, you need your defensive duties. So if Barney gets caught, then Dobson needs to be in there saving his ass. Otherwise, it's one-on-one with Clewert, and he's a good defender. And Clewert might pull it off, but you don't want to be putting defenders in that position too much, because if you do it too much, a goal is going to happen. So that right-hand side will be interesting today. Can it hold up? McLean has not been amazing on the attack side, but he has gotten up to the front and he has gotten dangerous crosses in.
Yeah.
He does play generally more attacking football, and he's been receiving it from the midfield.
Yeah.
So he's been getting up the front without running the ball himself. He has been getting past the ball in near their third, and then he's finished it with an attacking cross. So when he gets the chance to do that, it works. So that again is another thing to watch today. Can they work together to get McLean up in an attacking position? Because if McLean doesn't have support, he's going to get caught by the defense and he's going to have to play backwards. And that doesn't help us.
I agree. So let's see, I was trying to pick out some comments here. Dobson, please go forward more than 1 out of 10 times. Fair enough.
This may be a similar thing to I just said on with Macca. If you're in a scenario where Barney doesn't want to run the ball through defenders and get past championship level defenders, Dobson may be able to pass the ball up the wing, which are kind of easier passes because they don't need to be so exact. They just need to get behind the defender and let Dobson run onto it. And then it's Dobson's job to get that half a step and get the cross in, which he's good at in general. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they link up on both sides. If the link ups on both sides don't work, we're in trouble. That's our attacking element. You know, bar the odd gorgeous pass from Sheaf straight through the middle up to the attack. So we need to just keep our wings working to a reasonable standard. And if this is the team to do it against, if they don't like crosses into the box, then this is the team we could potentially hammer if things start working.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. It'll be good to see Barney get a good run out though. Lexi says, I actually like Barney a lot. However, he started making mistakes at the end of last season, and we saw this season he was out of his depth. But he's been working on it, so curious to see how it goes. Yeah. You got to give everybody. And here's the other thing. Here's another thought. If, depending on what's happening in January, if we were thinking about moving him on, maybe it's not bad to get him on the pitch and let him show what he can do. Get him in the shop window a little bit,
Absolutely. For Barney's future, I would hope that he can find himself a lower league championship team and go in there and make a difference, and then maybe move to another team later again and stay within the championship. Because once you go down a level, you rarely come back. Yeah. And this is the problem. We have brought players down and brought them back up again. And they still need to prove themselves, like Macca. Yeah. Macca, we know he was championship level. Yeah. And now that he's been playing with us again, I would now argue he is still championship level. However, it would be the lower end of the championship level. Because we know where his ceiling is. And he needs support in those positions. But he's still a good player.
Yeah. We got a troll in the chat. Who's texting again? Save
it's okay. Wait till he wakes up halfway through the match.
Oh shoot. Let's see what else we got. Chris got a hot take. He says Longman should still be in over Macca. Come on, Parky, he's effing ancient. I'm going to stand up for Macca here. He's played really well the last few matches. So while I take your point, and you can definitely start Longman over him, as Patty talked about earlier, I don't mind giving Longman a break because he has played a lot. And also, I don't think Macca's been that bad. So we'll see. I mean, I don't think Macca's our long-term man over there. Eventually, we're hoping Kikachi gets fit, but it sounds like that might not be till Christmas. So,
I agree with Chris in that Longman is better than Macca.
Yeah,
on the left, he is. He's better. However, because he is the dual role expert that we have and needs to cover both sides, I don't mind not overusing him.
Yeah.
Because
Especially,
if Longman goes down
yeah,
and can't play, then we have Longman on the left and Barney on the right for 90 minutes. And
Yeah.
we have never played our wing backs for 90 minutes ever in the last 4 years.
yeah, not
So
very
you
often.
don't want to start that game of playing
Yeah.
Maka and Barney for an entire 90 minutes going forward until January.
Yeah, I mean, because basically we're down to the 3 at the moment. You know what I mean? With Kakache and Kabore both out. Basically we've got the 3 wing backs. I mean, we've got players that we could, put out there if we needed to, but it's not ideal.
Emergency.
You don't want. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It'd be an emergency. Sorry, I start to get sick or something, I think. But yeah. Let's see what else we got. Ricky Quillman says our CMs don't give much of an attacking threat.
Okay.
Maybe that's fair. Maybe that's fair.
Dobson, no.
No.
Thomas, unseen. I don't think Thomason has shown himself to be an amazing attacking threat yet. And Sheaf is just solid defensive mid.
Yeah.
We attack through our wings.
Mhm.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And the midfield are getting it to our wings. So not perfect, but the problem is our attacking mid, O'Brien, he can get up there, but he can't bloody finish. So what difference does it make? Honestly, at the moment, until he starts scoring goals, and feel free to argue that the longer you give him chances, the more likely it is he's going to start scoring. That's fine. Don't disagree with that. But right now, for all the opportunities he's got, he's pretty much missed them. So are we better off having midfielders who know they're good in defense and know they're not great in attack, and they're playing the balls out to the wings and getting in attacking threats from where we're good at attacking from? So
Right.
it's kind of a bit of both. I agree.
Hip Karma in the chat. At least somebody in Australia decided to wake up today. Oh shoot! Ken's gonna watch his back and cuss us all out. Oh shoot! Let's see. Lexi had a decent question, and I don't know the answer. Maybe you do. Where are we at with yellow cards? Who's at risk of missing future matches? I've not paid attention to this.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. There's a couple.
Okay. All right, cool.
There's a couple we're worried about.
Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me try to find some. Oh, here. Sean Deasy said red cards can be hurtful. For example, Ken gave me a red card and I'm still butthurt about it. He gave me a red card too for talking about XG. Can you believe that? It was awful. It was terrible. Yeah.
Okay.
Those damn red cards.
No,
I haven't seen a Ken red card for a while, have we? He's got right
no, we haven't. Yeah.
Matt Al says Matty James is on a yellow. Ted Nelson threw this in the chat.
Okay.
Card,
so it's Ben Sheaf is on 4.
4, yeah.
So I'm just checking how many matches that is for before it moves on to 10.
Yeah.
Then we have Dan Scarr on 3, George Dobson on 3, Kieffer Moore on 3. So at the moment, it's only Ben Sheaf.
And O'Brien already got his 5th.
O'Brien already got his 5th, so he's now paid his
he's
penalty.
headed to 10.
So he's good for 10.
Yeah.
Okay, 19 matches. Where are we at? How many matches have we played?
Right, we're close. Are we at 19? Is this 19? We're right there. I need to find the table.
Yeah, we have played 19.
Yeah,
18.
Yeah, 8. So
18.
Today is the 19th.
Today is the 19th match. So
got to get through today.
You got to get through today without a yellow. So only Ben Sheaf is in danger of a penalty if he takes a card today.
There you go. Lex couldn't look it up herself. She didn't want to. Let's see. Let's see. Bruce in the chat. What's up, Bruce? The history is that normally he's normally smart about saying on the yellow side of the yellow-red divide. Let's see here.
Yeah, but you know what? This is one of those scenarios. He is a defensive mid for Sheaf. So he could be forced into a position, potentially in the second half, where he has to take out a penalty player and get a yellow card. So if that's the case, then he's out for the next match. So he'll have to decide if it's worth it or
not. Ted Nelson says, can't leave it in the hands of these poor refs in the championship.
But you know what? Isn't it interesting? We've come up through every bloody level of the league, and they've all been dog shit.
I think it's just a tough job. I think it's just hard. You know what I mean?
It is hard, and I will be honest about that. There is too much gray area in the rules for the referees.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
That's the problem. Is anytime you make a decision within the gray area, you are going to have one team or the other unhappy with you, because it's in the bloody gray area. You could have gone one way, you could have gone another. Whichever way you go, you piss off one half of the fan base. So it's crap, to be honest. As much as certain rules, I don't like it being an absolute, like the handball in the box. Okay, well, now the ball is not allowed to touch your hand. I'm going to aim for your hands. I'm going to kick the ball at your hand.
Right.
And if I get your hand, it's a penalty.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, you just have to live with that. You better be defending your hands behind your back so that the ball can't get them. It's like you just have to live with it. I do prefer black and white rules that then when you go to VAR, have a black and white answer and you're not getting it wrong. As much as you might not like the rule, as long as everybody knows what the bloody rule is and the rule can be followed, for me, that's easier.
Patrick, I think it was Sean said in the chat earlier that I believe a fan had a medical incident in the stands, and so they abandoned the match. So hopefully we hear some good news out of that and everybody's okay. But apparently, I think a fan in the stands, kind of similar to what we had happen at Wickham last season. So prayers for everybody involved there. Let's see what else we got. As far as the refs go, I think it's a tough job. And like you said, you're going to piss off somebody no matter what you say. And I think they try to do their best. But to be honest, I mean, you've got basically the one ref in the middle of the pitch. Sometimes there's a player in the way. He can't see everything. You know what I mean? And he's got help from the sidelines, but, standing on the sidelines isn't always the best view either. There could be multiple people in the way. So I don't think they're that bad. I just think when we're watching the game and we're emotionally invested in it and we're rooting for a team and we get a call that's, gray, more gray than it is black or white, it's easy to get frustrated. And then if you get a couple of them, you feel like, this guy's just out to get you. You know what I mean? So I think as fans, we need to do a little better. But yeah, it's it's a tough job though. It really is a tough job.
Yeah, it is a tough job. Just had a quick look there regarding the Charlton match. The incident happened at 12 minutes.
Wow.
So it was very, very early in the match. And then the match was delayed for at least 10 minutes. And then they decided to abandon the match. So I'm guessing because it was so early and the match hadn't essentially been played, that both teams just said, look, let's just redo it later. Let's just let everybody move on. So there is no announcement as to how well or not that the fan is, but it was obviously serious. And they got him out of the stadium. So an update will come later.
There you go, Matt Al. I agree, Patty. Last season we had two matches where the linesman raised his flag, the Wrexham lads pulled up, and then the linesman put their flag down and the ref didn't blow for it. So play to the whistle. Yeah, I think you have to.
Well, hang on. In fairness, that is the rule.
Yeah.
The rule is you play to the whistle. So if our players are pulling up on a flag, I will say they're wrong. They're wrong.
Yeah.
Because just because a flag goes up, if the ref doesn't see it, then he makes the call. Like, unless you start giving whistles to the referees, to the linesmen, then it doesn't count. You know,
Right.
the flags are guidance to the main referee. Until it's flagged, you don't stop.
Right. Well, I guess we can talk about Preston a little bit. We haven't done that just yet. So I've got them on here. So starting out with Iverson and goal, no surprises there. The back three, no surprises there. Story, Lindsay, and Hughes, that's kind of been their go-to. I think they've got one injury to one of their better center backs, but so those three. And then on the wing backs, Terry Small, no surprise there. Valentin, he's back. He's been out for a while. I think his first game back was the last game. He came in as a sub, and then they've put him. Now he's starting today. I think he's actually a pretty good wing back. So we'll see what he does. I'm not sure if he's. I'll be honest. I don't know a ton about him. I know they like him a lot. I don't know if he's more attacking or defending. You know what I mean? What suits him the best. So we'll see it'll be interesting to see how he plays. Now I went with this formation because this is kind of the formation they've done, but they also will play and today, especially since they're starting Smith, they may do more like what we are and play midfield three with Thord Arson playing a little forward and Devine with Whiteman at the because they've done that too. They play very similar to us. They can play the box midfield or they can play the three, and they've done it both ways. Either way, Alfie Devine here is definitely going to be a danger man. We've got to keep our eyes on Devine, and we've struggled at times with good center mids who can get forward and are attacking. So that is a bit of a worry. So we are Sheaf is going to have to make sure he's got him wrapped up. And then Dobbin playing up front isn't surprising. He's played most of the matches. And then Michael Smith, who is the player that we were after from Wednesday for all of last season, it seemed like. And actually, I would make the argument, would he have been a better signing than Hardy? Because he's a like for Kieffer Moore. I mean, he's a natural replacement for Kieffer Moore. Now, obviously, at the time when we signed Hardy, we didn't know that we were getting Kieffer at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if we had gotten Smith early, would we have ended up with Kieffer?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we wouldn't have went for Kieffer because we already had Smith. Who knows?
Yeah.
I think you still go for Kieffer, but you don't know. It's just that could have changed if we'd have got Smith in January, or even at the beginning of last season, because we were after him last summer. So the summer before League One, I mean, we were after him. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see him play. He's a good striker, but he's a big target man, and they'll put long balls up to him. And he's a good hold up player, and he's got a sweet foot on him too.
Yeah,
he can hit a hell of a strike. So he's a very similar player to Kieffer. Maybe not quite at the level as Kieffer, but just very similar. So Dan Scarr definitely going to have his work cut out, shutting him down. So and maybe that's why they thought they thought they could thought that was a favorable matchup. Maybe that's why they went with him over Jebison, which surprised me. I thought they'd go with Jebison for sure. He's got a little more pace, and Jebison scored some goals for him. I think he scored 8 or 9 this season already. He scored a handful for him. So, interesting. They've been a good team this season. So, they're sitting in 5th place right now. So it's not going to be an easy game for sure. And going to Deepdale is not an easy place to win. Now we did win in the Cup, but I think that was more against their second team. You know what I mean? It wasn't against their starters.
Yeah.
So
it's interesting looking at Smith's stats here. He's had 3 goals, 0 assists, 8 starts, and 18 matches. So he's played 875 minutes, which is not amazing, but decent.
Yeah.
And 3 goals in that period is okay too. Yeah, so he is a danger we need to look after. It will be a test for our back line, I'm sure. But I think our back line are up for this. They're used to it. They're kind of, unlike maybe Preston, who it has been highlighted that they haven't been great at clearing crosses and stuff like that. We are tested in that style. So hopefully we can handle Smith today.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, let me see here. Yeah, I don't really have anything else on them. A lot of it went through champ chat or tactical fortitude the other night. But yeah, he's a big physical guy. It'll be fun to watch him play. Matt Al's got a take here. I think Hardy will appear today. Ooh. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Patrick says Scarr has a bold, fearless personality as well. It'll hold its ground. Yeah, I think so.
Scarr is the man you want up against someone like Smith. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think he'll do well against him. Let's see. Sean Deasy. Hardy. Pirate jokes always make me laugh with pirate jokes. Oh shoot. Let's see. What else we got here in the comments? Did I miss anything? Lexi says now. All right, Patty's gonna be mad about this. Just goes to show stats don't mean shit. It depends on the team you're on and the coaching play style. I don't know what that was I don't remember what that's in reference to. But stats are shit, Patty. What do you think of that?
Stats can be used to prove anything. So you have to be very careful with how stats are being presented to you. They don't mean everything. That I will agree with that. However, no, I don't agree with they don't mean shit. They need to be used correctly.
The dagger straight to Patty's heart.
And fairly. To be honest, that's the more accurate thing is stats need to be used fairly because you can absolutely grab stats to use them unfairly just to prove a shitty point.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Absolutely. Let's see what else we got here. Anything else we can touch on? We're getting close. Let's see. Just see what they did. I'm trying to catch some of these. Here we go. Oh, predictions are in. P&E win. Ooh. So they're where was those predictions at, Matt? What was that on? What app did you grab that off of? Out of curiosity.
That seems pretty on par.
Yeah.
For what you would expect.
Yeah.
Preston.
I'll be honest. To be fair, I expected them to be ahead of us as far as win to lose.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have thought the draw would have been the most favored outcome, actually. I could see a lot of people picking a draw on this one. Because it wouldn't surprise me we got a draw. So that's interesting. Actually, that a Preston win is the most likely outcome according to.
Well, look, what if you just divide it evenly? It's 33. Preston are ahead of us on the table. They've been doing better in the season so far. They're the team at home, so just those factors alone should push them up on the win side. And then look, the others are pretty decent.
See, now this makes more sense to me. Patrick says FOTMOB has us at 33%, a draw on 37, and Preston at 30. I could have seen to me, I would have tipped it the other way, maybe 33 to Preston, us at 30, and then the draw at 37. That makes sense. The draw being higher makes sense to me.
The draw being higher, maybe, but do you really think Preston deserve to be on 30% for a win at home with the season they've had?
Yeah, I mean, well, when you think, I think when you take the, I mean, I don't know.
You better be adding a lot of recency bias.
Yeah.
To get to a situation like this, that's a lot of recency bias. We've had very good match results lately. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Well, we're one of the form teams, and I mean,
yes, we're second on the form team for the last 6. So that's pretty high, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're one of the better teams, and to be fair, their form I think's dropped a little. They've not been quite as at it as they were early on. But I mean, you're right. They are a home team. That's what I was saying. I think if they were, maybe at 33 and we were at 30, or even at 28 or something. You know what I mean? Them a little higher than us, but the draw getting the most votes makes a lot of sense to me. Let's see. Okay. Lexi says another repeat. So we shall see if my spidey senses are in order. I'm feeling overly excited for this match today, so predicting an exuberant match that will be enjoyable and frustrating and a win. Sounds like a Wrexham game.
I would say the lowest odds are that we have an easy win. We have not been getting easy wins all season. Mm-hmm. So the idea that this will be a comfortable win is unlikely.
Yeah. Kim says fans don't matter.
Basically.
Oh, shoot. All right. Yeah. So get your, everybody, some people have already been doing it. Get your predictions in the chat. Tell us what you think's going to happen. We got maybe a couple minutes, minute or two. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while since I've done this show, so I don't remember how early we've been going off to give Josh time.
I think it's 10 minutes, so we're just.
Is it 10 minutes? So let's get out of here then. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching the show. Go watch Josh. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're going for 50,001. Lies, damn lies, dance. There you go.
And on that bombshell.
And on that bombshell. We'll see everybody soon.
Extra time.